Hello, this is the RPG Crawler, and welcome once more to Planescape Torment. And yeah, it looks like we are into the next NPC down the line. Just catching up on stories, getting apparently some experience, getting some gear. Not gear so far, but getting that sort of thing. We're going to talk to Anna from the Shadows. Anna just looks at you as you address her and she frowns. Aye, what you want? Are you alright? I just want to ask you some questions. Why don't you ask the stuck-up you your questions then? Anna's eyes narrowed to slits. Why are you even traveling with her? We don't need her. We don't. Anna, please, you're very important to me, and I need your help. Oh, aye, and why is that, then? This should be rich, it should. You pity me, is that it? You think I slow you down? Go on, say it. I don't pity you, and you don't slow me down. You're quick, you're skilled, and I really need all the help I can get. Anna frowns, her tail flicking back and forth. Aye, well, no, I'll gut her if she starts sizing us up for a feast, I will. She glares at you. And don't get any ideas I'm staying because you want me to. I'm just helping you out, I am. Fine. Had some questions. Alright. Did I meet you in the Hive before I found Farad? I think I will have asked about a bit of this in the past. But the problem is that it's been so damn long that I cannot remember, like, at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm just gonna go through it all. Didn't I meet you in the Hive before I found Farad? She nods a little warily. Aye, you did. I haven't forgot you. When I asked about Farad, you told me he was south and west of the mortuary, when he wasn't. Aye, I did, and you'd have done the same if some scarred wreck came to you asking where he could find your da. She shrugs. You found him anyway, so I don't want to hear you carrying on about it, I don't. What are you doing by the mortuary? It's my territory. I was looking for debtors, I was. She looks you up and down, then smirks. Found a walking one, I did. I see, I had some other questions. Did you find anything on my body before you brought it to the mortuary? Anna looks at you warily, her tail flicking for a moment, then resumes, slower than before. Aye, mayhap I found something, but if I found anything, it's mine by right, it is. The other bits are in Farad's keeping. I don't have time for games. What did you find on my corpse? We had some fist irons, you did, and a little bit of jink, but I left that for the Dusties so they'd think I was a wee bit honest. You had an ugly ring that I kept. She dips her finger into her arm bracers and pulls forth a small ring with a stone mounted on it. Worth thrice more than the jink and the irons it was. She studies the ring and squints. Too bad it's too ugly to wear. I'd like that ring back, now. She studies the ring with a frown, glances to you, then back at the ring. With a sneer, she flicks the ring to you. Didn't I want the ugly thing anyway, I did. And then, just like that, I had to get up and handle a phone call. Wow. Alright, anyway, where were we? She studies the ring with a frown, glances at you. Okay. Fine, now you happen to mention some stuff from my body had gone into Farad's keeping. What do you mean? Aye, Farad took a bit off each corpse we find. His is right, being lord of the village and all. The vault must have been where he was keeping it. All then. I had some other questions. I had a question about how you found my body. Well, what were you doing looking for bodies in the pregnant alley? I mean, you would have had to creep your way through the tenement, then past the Dabus to get there, and the place isn't even heavily trafficked as the rest of the Hive, so why would you even look for bodies there? Anna shrugs. Rest of the Hive is picked clean, it is. Got to find new spots to poach debtors, you do. As Anna speaks, you feel a crawling sensation in the back of your skull, and you suddenly realize she's lying to you. Are you sure, Anna? There must be something in your tone, because it stops Anna's tail dead for a moment, then it resumes a little slower than before. I think. She frowns, as she seems a little uncertain. I don't usually go there to scarp debtors. I don't, to think of it. I've never been there before. I just kind of came across it. So why did you go there? I don't know. I just did, and lucky for you I did, or you'd still be there. The same crawling sensation as before worms at the back of your skull, and with it comes another realization. Anna's lying, but oddly enough, she doesn't know she's lying. Anna, were you compelled to go there? Is that how you found me?
Updated my journal.
She nods slowly. Aye, mayhap. She gives a half-hearted shrug. It wasn't one of my usual haunts, but I couldn't help myself. I just wanted to see what there was that day. And there you were, dead as a timber. She pauses. You were like a lodestone, you were. I didn't know what led me to find you. Curious, I had some other questions. Have you heard of a night hag called Ravel? Puzzled by it. At the mention of the name, Anna spits 3 times and makes a semicircle over her heart. Are you daft? Don't be mentioning her name if you value your life. Why? She's the evilest of the Grey Ladies, she is. Anna's voice drops to almost a whisper, as if afraid of being overheard. Filthy means, and with more power to toss around than some powers. It's said that she's all brambles through and through, even her heart. It's said you can never kill her, because her body's like a tree. You lop off one limb, and there's always another still growing somewhere else across the plains. You speak as if she's still alive. Of course she is. She has to be. Anna's voice drops again. How would you kill a thing such as her? That's why the lady had to maze her, so as it said. I had some other questions. Tell me a little bit about Tharod. Old Stuttercrutch, he's my da. No, not my real da. He found me when I was a wee girl. He needed a collector to crawl into places the rest of his fat gullies couldn't squirm, so he took me under his crutch. Didn't think you and him looked much alike, anyway. Anna's eyes narrow and her tails begin to lash back and forth. What do you mean by that, then? I mean, it's hard to see any resemblance between that ugly, stooped, greedy, smelly gutter troll and you. Anna's face flushes a deep red. Oh, is that so? And how do you see that? I mean, have you ever looked at yourself? Aside from the way you carry yourself, you're confident, sensible, and graceful. It doesn't even take into account your obvious good looks. You have that rich fire-red hair, those sharp green eyes, and that striking profile. Give me the truth. Anna just stares at you. So that's all I meant when I said you and Farad looked nothing alike. Anna nods, still staring at you. She doesn't even blink. Are you listening to me? Anna suddenly leans in and she bites you sharply on the neck, giving a soft hiss. Rather than pulling back, she presses closely to you and whispers to you, do you fancy your chances? Her tail begins to lash slowly back and forth, but the rhythm is more hypnotic than angry. You can feel Anna's heart pounding faster in her chest, and the color flushing, rising to her cheeks. You suddenly become conscious of the fact that Anna's skin is smooth, soft. I want to tell you something, and you can't poke fun of me. All right? Did you know I like the way you smell? Oh, it drives me balmier than a chaos minute does. She snips up the side of your cheek, and she gives a low, eager hiss. I see the way you look at me, and I like it. You got hungry eyes, you do. It makes me on fire. I want to bite you, soft-like, round the neck. She teases the side of your neck with her teeth, never breaking the skin. And with every whisper, you can feel her breath along your ear. Her hand slides around the back of your neck and tightens, and you can feel her nails digging into your skin. I want to drag my nails across your neck and force you to kiss me. I'd like to interject here and point out that I'm not going to say anything to spoil the mood, Chief. I'll just float here and watch. Don't mind me, just sitting here, floating and watching. That's me. Do you know I can smell you from 50 paces? That smell of formaldehyde pouring off you like one of them dusty shamblers. Maybe if you cleaned yourself up some, you'd be a right prize. Her eyes flash. I'd make passion with you so hard you'd knock off the spires. She steps back, her tail flicking lightly against your leg, then gives you a hard stare. So, do you fancy me? That's a damn good question. Go with that. Yes, I do. Do the civilized route. Well, then your chances are slimmer than you think they are. Alright, well, another call down the line. I think you have to, react a little bit more aggressively on her. Because she is a tiefling and such. Well, then your chances are slimmer than you think they are. Anna sneers. She still seems a little flushed. I was only teasing you, you scarred vampire. You don't smell that good, you don't. Enough of this. I had some questions for you. Nothing. I'm just checking to see if you're still with me. Alright. Moving onward. I'm sure there's more to do with Anna, but not right now, and I'm not a thief, so... You know what I am? Is a wizard. Let's talk to Ignis.
Yes.
So this guy I have not talked to a lot about. And I know from past experience that you can sacrifice hit points for spells from him. Flames curl around Ignis's throat, and a tongue of flame streams from behind his blackened teeth. Yeah. All right. Ignis, you're master of the art. Can you teach me any of your powers? Ignis once knew much, no longer. Ignis burns, and suffering Ignis learns. A tiny flame gusts from his mouth, like laughter, and a stream of embers spits forth. Suffer, learn. I'm willing to suffer for such knowledge. As you are about to speak the words, you feel a crawling sensation in the back of your skull. You are suddenly struck with a certainty that the knowledge Ignis has to teach may permanently scar you, but you don't know how you know this. Repeat, I am willing to suffer for such knowledge. Suffer? Flames flicker eagerly along the edges of Ignis's mouth, spiraling up from the melted ruin of his face. Burn? Pieces of self are burned away. Ignis may still teach much. I wish to learn, Ignis. Can you teach me some of the art? Where flames once burned, one may send them again. Before you can react, Ignis's claw lashes out and clutches your finger, and with a greedy hiss, he burns it. And through the searing pain, you close your eyes and scream. You force your eyes open. Max hit points decreased by 1. You force your eyes open to see a burning mass of your hand from where Ignis touched it. He floats above, uncaring, cradling your finger, then snaps the tip off, leaving just the base. He hisses, cinders and ash drifting from his mouth, and he flickers the charred remains of your finger back to you. What did you do?
Updated my journal.
Teachings, Ignis cackles, the sound now strangely painful in your ears. To learn, one must suffer. Alright, I'm gonna quick save this. Did he... Alright, first of all, did he like hand me something and then it dropped? Here. I got the gaudy ring from Anna. Nothing on the ground. I don't have like a random finger in somebody's inventory, do I? I don't think so. Alright, so what I'm going to do is... Did he teach me anything? I don't see any new... Oh, wait, I had the wrong person selected. Pacify? Or did I have that? Yeah, I don't... He didn't just add a spell to me. At least not that I know of. So what did he tell me? There is a random finger somewhere then. He handed it back to me after burning it. But I don't have it in my inventory. And he doesn't have it. Did it just drop on the ground? Oh, Ignis's charm. Okay, there we go. Allows the user to copy Seeking Flames into the spellbook. Copy the spell. So I am going to save after this, because if the cost becomes too much, I'm willing to drop several hit points. But if it becomes too much, like you start dropping Constitution, Dexterity, that kind of stuff, then I'm going to have to draw a stop, because my Dexterity and Con are like at the minimum. You can go a little bit lower on those, but not much lower. Yeah. Let's go ahead and learn more. Can you teach me some more of the art? Yes. Before you can react, Ignis's claws lash out and clutch your left hand, and with a mad cackle and with a greedy hiss, he burns it. And through the searing pain, you close your eyes and scream. Max hit points -3. Now this is getting rough, but that's okay. You force your eyes open to see the burning mass of your hand from where Ignis touches it. Only a blackened stump remains, twitching, blood steaming from it. Ignis seems oblivious to your pain, his attention is devoted to your severed hand, which he's holding, admiring it like a trophy. Ignis, give me back my hand. Ignis ignores you, and you watch as flames from his hands encircle your severed hand like a wreath, slowly burning the last remains of flesh from it, like a sculptor, until only the fused bones remains. He gives a long, low hiss and then flings his creation back to you. You manage to catch it in your remaining hand. You notice the flesh of your severed hand is re-knitting itself, slowly, painfully. It looks like it's regrowing. What did you do?
Journal.
Teachings. Ignis cackles. The sound now strangely painful to your ears. To learn, one must suffer. Okay, we'll speak again later. Well, that's more straightforward than Dakon's stuff. Ignis's hand. This is my hand. Infernal Orb. Yeah, okay, I'll copy that spell. Alright. And I got enough hit points to continue. Let's keep going. Let's learn the next one. Ignis hurls himself into the air, leaving a hissing flame trail as he rises. No more. Frost's pieces of self are burned away. Ignis, yet no more sharing will Ignis teach. What about this strip of my intestines? Ignis cocks his head as you hold up your intestines, and he suddenly swoops in and snatches it from your grasp. Holding it, he strings it between two hands like a rope, and he hisses to himself. You watch the intestines steam as he holds them, turning black, and you feel a slow burning pain in your abdomen. Ignis strings out the intestines, handspan by handspan. As he lets each length fall from his grasp, it starts rotating around him like a spiral, snaking in a slow pattern, each portion being roasted by his flames. There seems to be some dancing pattern to the way the flames are touching the strip of intestines, slowly blackening them, until it looks like a long string of charred meat. Well, I mean, that's what it is. The burning in your abdomen makes you wince, but it's nothing compared to the pain you felt when Ignis charred the other portions of your body. You watch your burning guts spiral in Ignis's flames, and suddenly they gutter out and fall into Ignis's hands. He gives a hiss and throws them to you. Much power is in a mortal's organs. Take the charred intestines.
Updated my journal.
You hold your charred intestines in your hand. They look like a blackened rope. Ignis hovers above you, tiny motes of ash drifting from his emaciated frame. I'm willing to suffer more from my knowledge. Can you teach me any more? Actually, I'll speak again.
I feel stronger.
So I am leveling up. This gives me Infernal Shield. Copy that. I'm going to quick save the game. I do have a level up waiting, but for now, let's talk to Ignis again. Mastery of the art. You need a piece of me in order to teach me. How about my eyeball? Ignis lashes out again, his finger like a spear, but he doesn't strike for the eye that you can remove. Instead, he's... Oh, crap. He impales your other eye. There is no pain from it, only surprise. Then you scream as Ignis lets loose a stream of flame into your socket. They seem to be cast into your skull. The hiss of burning flesh fills your nostrils and smoke clouds your vision. Damn it! Okay, -2 max hit points, that's fine. You force your eyes open through your bloodied vision, yet only one eye opens. You can hardly make out Ignis, hovering in the air in front of you. His hands cupping a small orb of flame in his hands, your eye seemingly untouched by the heat. As you watch, his hands cover the eye, and you feel a second burning pain in your eye socket. And suddenly, even through the searing pain, you can see correctly again. Ignis opens his hand, and within it, you can see the ruined mass of your eyeball, barely recognizable, yet your eye is still in its socket. He cackles, and with a breath of flame, the eyeball rises from his grasp and drifts over to you like a flake of ash in the air. Take the eyeball. Your
Updated
eyeball.
my journal.
Tiny snakes of flame and spiral from Ignis's ruined sockets, traveling up past his charged skull. More teachings. The two snakes of flame circle around behind him and flare into torches in his hands. More sufferings. Yeah, let's see what this gives me. Ignis's terror in the spell book. Yes, okay. I'm going to quick save the game again. And we're going to find out what else he can give me. How many hit points max do I have? Looks like I've got 62 hit points left. That's fine, because if I'm getting hit, it's for way more than the 10 or so that I'm taking. All right. All right. No more pieces of self were burned away. Ignis's, yet no more suffering will Ignis teach. I had some other questions. Hiss! Your heart jumps as Ignis soars several feet into the air, and his jaw tears open, fiery trails spilling forth like a nest of snakes. No more talking questions. Silence. But I wish to speak of flames, Ignis, and of burning. The words are like oil, and you watch them fill Ignis's eyes, fanning the flames you see there. Flames? Ignis drifts down slightly, the heat around him rising as if in interest. Speak. Ignis will listen. What happened to make you this way? This way, a small pocket of flesh on Ignis's cheek pops and runs in a streaming trickle down his jaw. This way, Ignis always was. But you look human, or at least you look like you were human once. Ignis twists, hunching his head forward as his body spins slowly above the ground. The effect is much like a fiery whirlwind, thermals streaming off his body and distorting the air around him. Still Ignis, always Ignis. I wish to speak more of burn. As you open your mouth to speak, Ignis suddenly whirls on you. You are forced to choke back your words as the heat from his frame floods over you. Ignis, might you be sparks and bodies, always seeking to rise? Sparks and bodies? What do you mean? All things burn inside. Ignis' head cranes back and throws his arms wide. Spirals of flame and heat traveling up his arms. Only need to be kindled with flames to become Ignis. So might you have been Ignis. So you're saying everyone has the potential to become like you, with the right spark? Yes. Ignis grins, cocking his head to one side. Ashes falling from his skull and being swept in the flaming wreath that surrounds him. I wish to speak more burning in flames. Flames? Speak? Okay, actually, I got no further questions. No, speak. Speak of flames. Speak of the burning. Ignis, have you ever felt a building aflame? The flames flicking the edge of the timbers, blackening the wood beneath, watching the heat peel from the paints on the walls, thatch crackling, the smell of burning straw. As you speak, the crackling of flames around Ignis's frame ebbs, as if the flames themselves are listening to your words. When you finish, Ignis hisses softly, and the flames in his eyes have dimmed, as he is lost in the memory. Yes, we'll speak later then, Ignis. Stay calm in the meantime. Alright, so yeah, he's kind of messed up. Let's go ahead and pop our level up here. Mage, we get more spell memorization. Get another hit point. Yay, 1 characteristic point gained. Like, do I need any more intelligence? Do I need more charisma? I'm doing intelligence. Alright. So let's go to the spell book. Do I need spell slots? Oh, I do. Don't necessarily need the crit rate. We'll do Infernal Shield just because we got it. We'll do Force Missile just because we got it. Do another fire and ice, because literally the only thing I got there. Alright. How about you? Do I got anything I need to memorize for you? No. How about you? Anything I need to memorize for you? Nope. I need to get level 5 spells for my troop here. I'm gonna quick save the game. And because I got interrupted a few times, I've got 2 more to talk to. Fall from Grace. I don't know how much is left to talk on her, and she tends to be wordy. So, like, I've either come to the end of her quest line, or there's a lot, and I'm going to be here for like another half hour just talking to her. Nordom, I think I still need to defeat... Let's see if Nordom has anything extra for me. Alright. Nordom is staring at his crossbows intently. They are making a variety of clicking noises. First one, then the other, as if conversing. What are you doing with your crossbows? Attention. Nordom. Required. Nordom turns swivels to you, stutters in mid-path, then reorients himself with a clank. Response to query. Action being performed on crossbows. Submit request for clarification. Null crossbows present. You have a pair of crossbows right there, Nordom. What do you call those 2 clicking things in your hand? Response: 2 clicking objects held in opposable digits. Nordom raises his riveted fingers and waves the 2 crossbows, which suddenly start clicking and twanging as if in irritation. Response: objects equals gear spirits. Gear spirits, what do you mean? Query: define gear spirits. Response: gear spirits. Yeah, but are gear spirits? Chief, as much fun as this is, prying a bar stool out of a bait disease might prove more worthwhile than rattling our bone boxes with this stupid polygon. Do you know what gear spirits are, Morty? Chief, as much fun... Okay. Chief, I have no idea what this cube is rattling on about. I thought you were an expert on the planes. I know more than you staggering guttural amnesiac. Besides, there's 3 more bits of knowledge to rattle around in that empty brain box of yours. 1, there are no experts on the planes. 2, I'm the closest thing to one you're going to find. And 3, treat me with some respect. Why? See second reason. All right, Nordom, I have some questions for you. How did you end up in Rubicon? Nordom chirps. Query: requires submitting of chronology. Shall Nordom submit chronology? Yes, I would like to know. Orders received at initiation of Rubicon project. Departure from plane, Mechanist. Stage, first. Arrival at destination. Plane, Limbo. Stage, second. Parameters dictated by Supervisor, Creative Director. Shaped matter of plane Limbo to test hypothesis. Rubicon dungeon constructed. Go on. Superior, Director of Create, lost in field test. Chronology disrupted upon achievement of stage second. Third stage, disruption occurs, not part of project directives. What happened during the third stage? Third stage, unprecedented. Nordom specific stage, hypothesis, lack of director, plus exposure to plane. Chaos resulted in perspective of Nordom to deviate from norm. How? Introspective cycle commencing. Nordom clicks, his eyes closed and begins to hum. A few moments later, his eyes click open. Introspective evaluation. Perceptions have become 1, smaller, and 2, B, louder. Wings have been replaced with arms. Reasons unknown. Suspicion. Hypothesis. Not liked wings. Speculation. Nordom was once 1, but is now smaller, louder. 1. Change has resulted in information processing difficulties. I see, Nordom. I had some other questions for you. Status. Awaiting queries. Ever heard of someone named Ravel Puzzlewell, Nordom? Negatory. Nordom's body begins vibrating. Then there's a sharp snap and it stops. Subject of inquiry is not known to Nordom. Alright. What are Modrons? There is a click, click, click as Nordom executes a rapid series of blinks. Then he chirps. Query. Modron. What is it? Define. Modron. I am Modron. But what is a Modron? Query. Modron. Defined. Modron. I am a Modron. Answered. The shutters over Modron's eyes click, close a few times, and his eyes dilate to new points. New query. Modron. But what is? Defined. What is Modron? Modron is Nordom. Backwards. Nordom equals Modron. But, for the sake of the powers of my sanity, cut it out. He's going to snap like a crank if you keep asking him that over and over again. I want to know the answer, and I was getting it from him. Look, Chief,
Normal moderns barely understand anything beyond their basic tasks, and this stupid polygon here is fresh off the plains to boot. Don't confuse the cube, alright? At least not while he's armed. You want to know about modrons? Ask me, not him. Alright, Mortys, what can you tell me about modrons? It's like this, Chief. Modrons are these stupid geometric shapes that clank around their home plane, Mechanus. They're really tidy, orderly, and they like the rest of the universe to be so too. That's why they're such pests. What's wrong with trying to make the multiverse more orderly? Morty glances at Nordom, who is holding up his left crossbow to the side of his head as if listening to it. Because, Chief, chaos has its place, and if everything was the way a Modron sees things, it wouldn't be much of a life. At least a life I'd want to live. They just want to make everything structured. Yuck. I see. Look, I have some other questions for Nordom. Status, awaiting queries. How are you doing, Nordom? Introspective cycle commencing. Nordom clicks his eyes closed and begins to wait for him to complete his analysis. A few moments later, his eyes click open. Introspective evaluation. Perceptions. Okay. So that's basically the same thing. Do you know anything about the Blood War, Nordom? Define Blood War. The largest conflict in recorded history. Underlying cause of war. Ideological differences between Beitazu, law, and Tanar'ri, chaos. Qualifiers of war. Racial genocide. Prospect of war ending unless every Beitazu and or every Tanar'ri is exterminated is a very small amount. Primary combatants. Beitazu, Tanar'ri. Participants in war. All. Tell me about the Beitazu. AKA fiends, devils, information incomplete. Generic descriptor. Beitazu. Inhabitants of the plane, Beator. Numbers, incalculable. Primary attack form, dependent on caste. Immunities, fire, cold iron, poison. Physical traits, dependent on subrace. Majority exhibit resistance to cold/gas. Personality traits, lawful, evil, manipulative. Efficiency, 73%. Tell me about the Tanar'ri. AKA fiends, demons. Information incomplete. Generic descriptor, Tanar'ri. Inhabitants of the plane, abyss. Numbers, incalculable. Primary attack form, depends on category. Immunities, lightning, fire, non-magic poison. Physical traits, depend on subrace. Majority resistance to cold, magical fire, gas. Personality traits, chaotic, evil, efficiency, 13%. Alright. You know what? Tell me about Mechanus, Nordom. Nordom freezes, then slowly the gears in his elbows begin turning in a slow hypnotic synchronization. Define query. Mechanus. Plane of order. Sense. Cause generates effect. Predictable. Law. Logic. Regimented. Obedience. Gears turn. Mechanus equals Nordom origin. Mechanus equals null home / Nordom. Mechanus? Boring in every sense of the word, Chief. Imagine a plane filled with modrons and big turning gears, and you have the great big boring plane of Mechanus. Too many laws, too annoying. A place you wouldn't even want to think about, let alone visit. Morty's critique aside, Mechanus is actually a fascinating place. There's no sky there, only great gears that turn in space. They shine light according to their cycles, and the effect is really quite breathtaking. The logic and order of the plane can be relaxing, and there's more than enough to do to quell one's boredom if you know where to go and how to go. Excuse me, Miss Priestess of Piety, but Mechanus is the most boring place in the universe. The only interesting thing about it would be if you visited. Morty rolls his eyes. But I have a feeling even that would lose its charm after a while. Nordom, what do you mean before by null home? Mechanus, origin point, source, energy, cannot return to Mechanus. Null home, broke law with existence. Central office for the punishment of offenders awaits in Regulus. Mechanus, origin, null home, null place. What do you mean by source? Source equals energy. All moderns are part of the pool, Chief, kind of like if a big bank of energy. When one of them dies, the energy it took to make the Modron is absorbed back into the bank, and a new one spit out. The thing is, when a Modron goes a little nutty, he kind of cuts that connection, but he keeps a bit of the energy. Fall from Grace nods. Morty is correct. Modrons share a common energy. In some ways, this energy links all of them. When one of them dies, the energy is absorbed back into the common pool, and a new Modron is created from that energy. When a Modron goes rogue, then he severs the link from his kind and takes a small part of the energy with him. Morty glances at Fall from Grace. Do you mind? I had the answer covered, thank you. I'm the font of information here, not you, all right? Fall from Grace nods slightly. My apologies, Morty. I did not mean to offend. Morte, I need all the information I can get, so don't get territorial on me. If Vault from Gates has something to add, then I want to hear it, alright? Oh, I get it. Maybe if I was a succubus, you'd listen to me more often. Is that it? Maybe if I showed a little skin once in a while, then I'd get some respect, huh? That's pretty shallow, Chief. Pretty shallow. Why I ought to... Morty, Fall from Grace breaks in gently. I must confess, without your original foundation of information, I would have been hard-pressed to explain the situation. Frequently, your use of metaphors and phrases makes it much easier for others to understand your explanations. It makes you a far better teacher than I. Oh, yeah? You hear that, Chief? What the succubus said. She's right. I'm easier to understand, more wise to the chant. Know what I'm saying? So you need me around, see? Right. So I had another question. You're both saying that Modron is part of the source, but he's cut off from him. And when a Modron dies, they're reabsorbed. Will Nordom be... Morty nods. And if he dies, another Nordom is created? No. What happens? Well, they'll take his energy, Chief, and they'll split it out another Modron. But it won't be Nordom, because he's now not really a Modron anymore. He's got too much of the planes in it. That'll make a non-Nordom replacement. So in turning rogue, he's become mortal. Morty paused for a moment. Well, yeah, you could put it like that. I mean, if he hadn't had this little rogue rebellion, then he'd be fine. If he died, another Modron would pop up just like him. But since he became backwards, well, that part's going to be lost when he dies. Alright, I had some questions for you. Alright. I think I'm good with that. And I will speak with Fall from Grace next time. But for now, I'm going to wrap it up here. This has been interesting so far. It's a lot of talking, but hey, I had some catching up to do on these people. And hey, it's been full of experience and new spells, that sort of... Oh, I got to check out this gaudy ring too. I'll do that next time. Until next time, take care and goodbye.